A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold move that has captured national attention, Democratic lawmakers have introduced the Stop Ballroom Bribery Act in response to President Donald Trump's controversial $300 million ballroom project at the White House. The East Wing has been demolished to pave the way for this opulent 90,000-square-foot ballroom, which is expected to be funded by a mix of wealthy donors and corporations. Senator Elizabeth Warren from Massachusetts, who is spearheading the legislation alongside California Representative Robert Garcia, has expressed grave concerns about the potential for corruption tied to this project. Americans shouldn't have to wonder whether President Trump is building a ballroom to facilitate a pay-to-play scheme for political favors, Warren stated emphatically. The proposed legislation aims to impose strict donation restrictions, particularly targeting individuals and organizations that may have conflicts of interest. It would ban donations from those with business dealings before the government, prevent the president and vice president from contributing, and require transparency in the donation process. This includes mandating that donors disclose any meetings with federal officials within a year of their contributions. Warren's comments highlight the perceived risks of allowing billionaires and corporations to fund a project associated with the presidency. She emphasized, "This bill will put an end to what looks like bribery in plain sight." The White House is yet to respond to requests for comment regarding the bill and the funding sources for the ballroom project. Trump previously claimed that the project is being funded entirely by himself and a few friends. However, a list of sponsors has emerged, revealing contributions from tech giants like Amazon, Apple, Google, and Microsoft, as well as crypto companies such as Coinbase and Ripple. Notably, some donors have been allowed to remain anonymous, raising further concerns among Democrats about transparency. Garcia, who is the top Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, echoed Warren's sentiments, stating, "It's outrageous that the White House won't reveal who's bankrolling Trump's pet project, and that the People's House could be funded by shady figures, corrupt money, and bad actors." The legislation would also impose a 2-year cooling-off period before donors could lobby the federal government, aiming to prevent any undue influence on policy decisions. The bill is expected to face significant hurdles in the Republican-controlled House and Senate, and it currently lacks any Republican co-sponsors. Despite these challenges, its proponents argue that it is crucial to establish a framework that prevents future administrations from engaging in similar practices. Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal, who co-sponsored the bill, described the project as a $300 million vanity project and emphasized the need for reforms to ensure accountability in government. He has previously reached out to listed donors to inquire about their contributions and any agreements tied to their donations. However, responses have been sparse and vague. Only 16 donors have replied, none of whom disclosed specific amounts contributed. The proposed legislation also seeks to eliminate the display of donor names and logos as recognition for their contributions, further promoting the idea of transparency and accountability in political donations. As the debate around the ballroom project continues, many are left wondering about the implications of private funding in public spaces, particularly when the stakes involve the highest office in the land. The introduction of the Stop Ballroom Bribery Act marks a significant moment in the ongoing discourse about money in politics and the ethical boundaries of political fundraising. The coming weeks will likely see increased scrutiny of the ballroom project and the motivations behind its funding, as lawmakers push for greater transparency and accountability in the political donation process. As the political landscape evolves, the implications of this legislation could extend far beyond the confines of the White House ballroom, potentially reshaping the way political donations are viewed and regulated in the future. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.